ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Moss. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He finds Corey Davis. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bravo.
Locke now on first down. It's caught by Davis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
44, Mike, 42.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. On first down, Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Set. 19. Right there. 56. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Watson, off play action. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Broncos 10, Chiefs nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I know he ain't got it. Let him go.
To throw is Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Chris Jones on the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try the left side. It's Moss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Locke. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Look at me, zipper!
Locke now on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, high 7.
Block now to throw. This is the tight end fan. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Throwing now is Locke. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
36. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 24. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 59.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tie that left, tie that left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Open 4, check.
Faking the give, now Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. A shotgun snap for Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, 19. Double.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I got you, boy.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
59. Got 36 to Mike. Get ready. Off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rock it.
On 1st down, Moss. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
90, Wolf. New York Orchid. Hard.
Watch twist.
Hey, lock it.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he completes it to Westbrook. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Locke now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 2nd down and 4, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
94 is the mark. Hey, defense, let's go. 94 is the mark.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Leo!
On second down now, it's Moss looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run here with Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at about the 31.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to and got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. I'll get him.
Hey, Haywood.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. To throw it is Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
On set, 19, 36. You got nothing left. You got nothing.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
This is that. 19. They gonna need some therapy after this. 19.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on first down. Moss, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Look at me. Go.
Watch the whip.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. This will be taken at the 10. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but just stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
36, line 36. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Line 36, line 36. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Lock on the throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Switch up.
Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most?
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, so with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Moss, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Lock to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
We call that sack block.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check 99.
Leo.
Check 37. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Look, squeeze.
Back to throw. Lock. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Broncos, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.